Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymax, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's happening, peoples? Welcome to another Weird Wednesday. Things are getting stranger by the day.
I'm getting used to looking at myself on this little screen here.
Yeah. Nice clear screen. There, it's bigger now. How's everybody doing this wonderfully, wickedly weird hump day, so they say?
Hump day.
Hump day. You know what day it is?
It's hump day.
Yeah.
I gotta remember to cut the caffeine halfway through this time.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to be careful too, because when I get done here, my time, it's like 2 a.m. So if I'm like powered up on a bunch of monsters and stuff. Oh, speaking of that, I got to go get one out of the fridge. Damn it. I knew I forgot something. This thing's on a simple. But anyways, yeah. Probably not in my best interest to slam energy drinks at, like 1:30 in the morning, because then I'm like, hell, I'm up all night anyway. So what's it matter?
Sitting in the corner till I hear the sprinklers come on.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be sitting here working on a video or something, or watching a video or whatever, and next thing I know, I'm like leaning further out of the chair. Whoa, almost hit the floor. Okay, I better go to bed.
The worst is like the waking up to the, you're like looking at your phone and then it just.
Yeah, that's usually what I do if I'm laying in bed with my iPad or something. I have it propped up and it usually like falls and hits me in the nose or something. Like, okay, I'm awake now. Damn it.
This morning I woke up 3 times before I actually got up. And one of the times I was like checking my video, like my stuff I had done on TikTok last night. I was going through to, answer things and all that. Well, I guess I was like scrolling videos and fell back asleep and got back up. The video was still going. So whoever's video that was probably has 3 million views on it. All thanks to me.
Like subliminally pasted in your brain now too.
Oh yeah. And then my phone was like hot because it had fallen like in the covers. So for like an hour and a half, that thing was just going.
Yep.
They're like, I want fire. It blew up.
Yep.
No, I just fell asleep with it in my bed.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Got a bunch of people in here. Don, Debbie, Kelly. I saw Rocky in here. Zach, Laura Wolf, Ariana, Stalin Pupper, Lori. Get a bunch of people up in here. Yeah.
I just
You know,
saw
we-
him I didn't recognize.
I went downtown this weekend and took some pictures of the monuments in the park just for, I've lived here in this town 56 years now, and these monuments have always been here. And I have a sneaking suspicion they're not going to be here much longer. So I went down for old time's sakes and took some pictures of them the other day. And I got a few comments as I was taking pictures. And
From passerbyers?
yeah. And, I didn't let the damn it guy come out.
What do they have to say to you for taking a damn picture?
I know. Just snide remarks, Oh,
What,
yeah.
because you're memorializing it or what?
You better take them pictures while you can. Okay.
You're like, yeah, exactly. Don't you see that's what I'm doing? Third.
Exactly. People, I swear.
I got a picture for you.
I got a picture. Take a picture of the light.
Boom. Can you hear me? Let me turn it up for you.
Yeah.
While you're at it, mind your own damn business.
Yep.
I'm glad you do those things, though.
Yeah.
I like how you even do like the graveyard databases, how you help with all that too. Like when you find a gravestone that's not listed in the
Yeah.
site.
We've tried to. Exactly, Zach. If I said what goes through my head, a lot more people would probably not like me. So I have to sometimes tone it down, but hey, it's getting worse. I'm getting older, and maybe it's, the crotchety old man starts coming out, and I just don't give a shit anymore. Sometimes it just comes out. Get off my lawn.
I really have to watch it because I just don't really care sometimes, and once I get going, you don't know what might come out.
Yep, exactly. Orlando police arrested a guy running naked on the train tracks. He had apparently taken some acid.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
Or maybe he's just plumb ass crazy. Maybe he was hot.
Maybe it was a dare.
Felt like
Lost a dare.
free balling it on the railroad tracks. I don't know. I've done drugs and stuff before, and I've taken my clothes off and stuff before, but not like what people do today. What kind of drugs induces you to just get naked and run down the train tracks and go to Walmart and just take your clothes off and take a crap on the floor or something? Not my world.
You did, and you were just so high you didn't know it.
Maybe, could be.
I had a buddy who was on meth, a lot of meth, and he's like, "Let's play some." It was Yahtzee. I'm gonna play some Yahtzee, and all of a sudden he starts stripping his clothes off, and he's got his thing shaking around. Play some Yahtzee. And that was in the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, weird drugs nowadays. I don't know, man. Glad I got it out of my system a long time ago.
Me too. Now when I just go running naked through places, it's, just because I want to.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh no, I'm well aware.
Yep.
And I still remember.
That's what was cool out where I used to live out in the woods. You could just you could walk around naked. There's nobody out there. So,
That's how it was out here when I lived up in the like hills up in Livermore. Nobody around. You could walk any window anywhere, nobody around. Could ride the ATV. That's not a smart idea.
yeah. Exactly. Now I'm free balling.
Not trying to cause nobody no nightmares.
Yeah.
But it is Weird Wednesday.
Yeah, I have a cop. I have a cop that's a friend. I have a friend that's a cop, and whoever said that drawing straws, that's pretty much what happened. There was a guy, like on top of a house, like up on a balcony, and he was, I don't know, doing some sort of crazy ass drug, and he was naked, and big sweaty naked guy up there, and my buddy that's a cop. They got there for the call, and they were all standing around going, "Oh shit." Going to draw straws. He's going to go out there and have to tackle this naked, sweaty guy. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of situations like that where the cops are like, "Oh, son of a bitch, really, really."
Speaking of drugs,
Speaking of drugs, yeah, we just
Tyler.
Jamie just found a story that's interesting, and I could read it, but we have a video, so I'll just play the video here. Pretty much. No, that's not it. That's another crazy story. Let me see. I gotta find it now. Jeez, did I not put it in the folder? It might take me a minute.
Tyler dressed up as Spider-Man. I can picture that already in my mind.
Yeah, speaking of drugs, we have this video. From Eyewitness News. And it doesn't have sound. Well, ain't that a bitch? Oh, well.
Did you?
Oh, wait a minute. Is it on? Nope. It has no sound. Damn it.
Wait, maybe I can sync my sound up to your video. Hold on.
I could just read the story, I suppose. The video would be better with sound. Damn it. Why I don't like doing things like, the last second right before.
I know. Okay, wait. Wait, maybe I can sync my sound up to your video. Oh, I'm gonna mute that. All right.
Let's see if this will work.
Just read the story, I suppose.
Wait, now I'm gonna mute YouTube. Okay, I'm almost there.
That's what she said. Literally.
No, I'm getting the issue of it. Not wanting to play.
We're having that epic fail. I don't know why it didn't record the sound.
Why am I getting a black screen now? This is not funny.
Well, while Jamie's trying to get the sound keyed up for that one, and anybody remember? Well, let me pull up this picture. Anybody remember what's her name? Carol Baskin. From
That bitch, Carol Baskin.
that crazy bitch, Carol Baskin. She's in the news again. Two separate things she's in the news for. One is this. There's Carol. And what she's in the news for with this one. Let's see. God, man, it's just like a ultimate epic fail tonight. Big Cat Rescuer founder Carol Baskin is selling coronavirus masks now. There are also Joe Exotic themed face mask coverings out there, though you won't find them in the Tampa Bay Animal Sanctuary shop. Citrus Park, calling all cool cats and kittens. There's now a coronavirus mask out there for you. Big Cat Rescue founder Carol Baskin, prominently featured in Netflix's Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness, started selling face masks with her catchphrase Saturday. And her catchphrase is, hey, cool cats, right there on the thing. The dual layered tie mask feature the words, hey, all y'all cool cats and kittens. I guess that's her catchphrase. Above a whiskered feline smile. Masks cost $11 each and come in black or leopard print. But what she's also in the news for is this is really a kick Joe Exotic. This is really a kick Joe Exotic in the balls thing. Carol Baskin supposedly now has been granted control of Joe Exotic's former zoo, as Jeff Lowe has 120 days to vacate the property. Joseph Maldonado Passage, a.k.a. Joe Exotic, was found guilty last year of paying a hitman $3,000 to kill the Big Cat Rescue founder. So now, supposedly, he's in jail, and all that. Everybody knows that. And now, supposedly, she's getting granted control of his former zoo, which I'm sure that pisses him off.
He's a scumbag.
The whole, man, I don't know, the whole Big Cat thing, man. There's a lot of strange people in the whole Big Cat thing. Like, I did watch that, and I'm like, man, these people are like whack jobs.
I watched the ID channel documentary on him, and he claims like he loves all these animals and stuff. And I'm not going to say the things that the eyewitnesses have said, but he was a monster, and anybody that would torture and kill horses and animals and things the way that he did shows sociopathic tendencies to me. He's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
He shot a woman's horse in the trailer. She brought it to him, and she's like, I can't take care of him anymore. Will you please, take care of it? And the guy said Joe cried with her. He's like, I promise I'll give your horse a good place. I'll live its life out, yada, yada, Lady pulled away. The guy Joe Blow, whatever, says, come on. The dude goes with them. They go in the trailer. Joe shot the horse in the head, had his homie come up, cut it up with the chainsaw, fed it to the tigers.
Jeez.
After he cried with a woman over her beloved horse. And then he did this other thing where the snake was like sick and dying. And so he did this video pretending like the snake was getting him and all this stuff. And basically the snake died during it because it was being mishandled. And some things I just don't even want to bring up. So anybody who does stuff like that, I wouldn't be so quick to want to free his ass.
Well, supposedly Carol got rid of her husband by feeding him to the tigers too. So I think they're all crazy.
I think, it takes a special breed there.
We actually have a tiger sanctuary here in St. Augustine. That's kept like way kind of on the down low, and you have to have make a special appointment to go out there and see the tigers. But there is one here. It's out where I used to live, sort of not too far from where I used to live. And like I say, it's definitely kept kind of on the down low. And as far as I could tell, I've met the people that run it, and they seem kind of normal. But
I mean, they could be. You can't blame everybody. You know, it's just like everything else. Just because
Yeah.
there's some whacks and eccentrics out there, not everybody. I've known a lot of people who have really nice, you know, exotic animal
yeah,
enclosures where they take very, very good care of them.
yeah, yeah,
And with that comes the whack jobs.
yeah, yeah. When you do it for the right reasons, you know, it's good. But if you're doing it, you know, for egotistical reasons, just to have animals like that, you know, it's a lot of work. I mean, I used to have over damn near almost 400 snakes and thousands of rats and mice that I used to raise. And it's a lot of work, man. That's why I just got to the point where I couldn't do it anymore, because it's like a full-time job taking care of that many animals. And snakes are easy. You know, you got to clean their poop once a week and feed them once a week, once every 2 weeks. So it's not like, you know, tigers and stuff where you got to, like, I mean, cleaning up a snake turd is one thing. Cleaning up tiger turds is like a completely different level. You know, and feeding them, I mean, just coming up with enough food to feed that many animals in itself is like a chore and a half, you know. So yeah, if anybody, I saw several people that commented so they haven't seen it. Yeah,
I refused.
You're not missing much. If you want to see a total shit show, watch it. But if you want to avoid a shit show, yeah, just skip over that and watch.
I just didn't want to fall into the fad because everybody else did. And they're like, well, what else do you have to do but watch it? So obviously I made it through without watching it.
Yeah, I failed and I watched it. I'm sitting here, you know, during the whole initial coronavirus thing, and I'd watched like everything on Netflix that looked remotely interesting, and then somebody kept talking about it, and I was like, gosh, I'll watch one, and then I got like, it was such a train wreck that I had to see what happened in the next episode, and yeah, it was bad.
I used to have me and my ex-husband, it was almost like a pet store in there. I mean, we had bred chameleons and bearded dragons and monitors and snakes, and I had my exotic frogs and spaleolarium, and they were all beautiful and close. I mean, it was like just like we made it exactly like their environments.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had my other animals too, but it takes a lot of work to take care of things like that.
Yeah, it does. I mean, even like I say,
saltwater tanks, we had 350-gallon different tanks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I would love to have aquariums and stuff again because they're fascinating, but man, you know, I'm just like,
too expensive.
It's expensive. It's just a lot of work.
A lot of work.
Enough crap that I take care of and do, and I just don't need more.
It was fun. It was fun while it lasted, and found homes for everything. And
yeah.
So I got that.
Oh, do you? Okay. Let's see if I can get back to it.
Oh my gosh. I had it, and then guess what I did? Oh, no, I have it.
Okay.
These are more popular than ever.
Okay, start yours to the beginning. And here goes mine.
Okay.
Oh, it started the commercial. Can't go like that as soon as the commercial's over.
I'll just read it.
Wait, it's almost there.
Yeah, I got another story it's pretty crazy, but
here goes. Ready?
Yep.
ever with so many people working from home, but there have been a few erroneous deliveries.
And one of those went to a local family. And Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes tells you how federal drug agents got involved.
Amazon packages are a common sight at many homes. So this Glendale woman wasn't surprised to find a recent ink pad purchase on her front porch.
It was on back order, and very happy when I came home from work last night, and this box was waiting for me.
But when she opened that box,
So,
she found more than just ink inside. It was 7 bottles of powerful narcotics, oxycodone, hydrocodone, morphine, and with them, an invoice from the DEA.
there's morphine, there's this, there's that. This is really dangerous stuff, and there's a lot of them in there.
With all those drugs in her house, the woman doesn't want us to identify her, but she is a relative of an Eyewitness News employee. She wants to know how a bag with hundreds of powerful pills ended up in her Amazon order. So we asked the DEA.
Let me be clear that this package was not sent by DEA, and these drugs were never in DEA custody.
Bill Bodner is the special agent in charge of the DEA in Los Angeles. He says a pharmacy in New York was disposing the drugs through a Texas pharmaceutical company, a process that needs to be approved by the government, hence that DEA form. But Bodner suspects something went wrong in the delivery end.
Likely, they used a third-party shipper to ship this package, and somehow the shipping labels were switched at this third-party shipper.
So the next question is, how did those drugs end up in an Amazon package destined not to Texas, but to this home in Glendale, California? Amazon wouldn't talk to us on camera and would only say that it is investigating the situation. The online retail giant may be answering questions from the DEA, though, which has launched its own investigation.
The type of drugs that were in this package, they are very dangerous. So we're going to make sure that there's no nefarious angle to this, and hopefully we can just chalk it up to a mistake.
A mistake that may leave you wondering what could end up on your porch. In Glendale, Rob Hayes, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Late this afternoon, we got a statement from Amazon saying, quote, "These products are not allowed on Amazon and were not ordered on Amazon. This order was fulfilled by a third-party seller. And we are connecting with the seller to investigate how they made this error and will take appropriate next steps."
Wait a minute. You mean you can't order drugs on Amazon?
I guess not.
You can't order opiates on Amazon anymore? Darn.
What was that site before the Velvet or the Black Vault? Or shoot, what was it? There was that website based out of San Francisco where you could. That got shut down. I think it had to be a worker maybe at Amazon, because that's not like a something that you ship through. It's a fulfillment center.
Yeah, exactly.
So they'd have to have that, to be fulfilled. So I think someone's like, oh shoot, I'll just mail it from work, use their shipping. I have no idea.
Well, there's a couple of short stories here. One, everywhere is having, the Black Lives Matter protests and this and that. And, there's been all kinds of crazy stuff going on. And this one was in New Jersey. And they were apparently having a Black Lives Matter protest. And there's all these people walking down the highway through New Jersey. And, like New Jersey, like when I first thought about it, I'm thinking, oh, it's just big city, blah, blah, blah. But there's like really nice looking places in New Jersey. I had no idea until I actually
Oh, yeah, there is.
there. Yeah. And I like woke up in the car like early one morning. I'm like, where are we? And my buddy was like, New Jersey. I'm like, no, seriously, where are we? He's like, New Jersey. I'm like, no, seriously, where are we? It was just all nice, green forest and hills and all and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, these people were having a demonstration. They were walking down the road like everybody does. And a deer runs into a Black Lives Matter protester in New Jersey and seriously injures a woman. As demonstrators march along County Road 533, a deer ran from the high school property into the marchers, according to police. A woman 69 was transported to the area hospital after receiving a serious head injury on Friday night. I shouldn't be laughing at this. It's kind of funny. On Friday night, she was listed in intensive care, but her condition improved as of Saturday, according to police. 2 other people were injured when the deer ran into the crowd, and they were treated on the scene. Officers working on the event provided medical aid until emergency medical services arrived. So
He says deer lives matter too.
I guess so. I guess they wanted to get in on some of the action and do a little protesting of their own.
Mhm. Well, you guys are out there. Our lives matter too.
Yeah. They're like, what the hell are all these people doing in the road? Let's go butt somebody. Okay.
At first, I thought you were telling the story. I thought like you woke up in New Jersey. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, really. So this next one, I'm just going to read it, and then I'll show the picture. DNA shocker. Body of homeless man found in fast food restaurant. Was, and I'm not going to say it yet. Maybe some people have seen this. I've seen it. It popped up on a few different places. I'm just going to go ahead and read it, and then I'll tell you my thoughts on it. When the body of an elderly homeless man was discovered in a discarded cardboard box behind the back of a fast food joint in downtown Kingston, Jamaica, coroners had a problem. Who was this mysterious old man? No identification had been found on the body. Indeed, the only possessions of the old man had on him were a faded photograph of the House of Parliament in London, a dented tin containing a small quantity of marijuana, and a battered old guitar. With no leads to go on, the authorities turned to Jamaica's national DNA database. When the results came back from the lab, the coroners couldn't believe their eyes. I thought it must be a joke, says Jacob Chambers, the chief coroner. My colleague came running in my office, waving a piece of paper in the air. You're not going to believe this, he shouted. I told him to calm down and explain what all the excitement was about. When he told me, I couldn't believe it. Here it comes. The results of the DNA test revealed that the old man police had discovered behind the fast food restaurant was none other than reggae superstar Bob Marley. I stared at the results wide-eyed, and let me just go ahead and I'll post the picture up here now. I don't know how they got this picture. That was my first kind of clue on if they found the guy dead. It's like, where did they come up with this picture? Because he obviously doesn't look dead in this picture. Anyways, I stared at the results wide-eyed, Chambers says. My jaw dropped to the floor. This had to be a mistake. It's always been presumed that Bob Marley died from cancer in 1981 as he made his way back to Jamaica by plane from Germany. But if that was the case, why is this elderly body lying in a slab in downtown Jamaica morgue? Who is this body? Chambers could come up with only one explanation. Naturally, I concluded somebody was playing a joke on us and told my assistant to label the body as persons unknown. This would mean that it could be cremated by the authorities, and the death filed of that as an unknown male in his late 60s to early 70s. It was then that things got really weird. That afternoon, the coroner's office was visited by men in sunglasses. They were wearing dark suits and called themselves government officials. They confirmed that the body was indeed that of late reggae legend Bob Marley, and that his death had been faked back in 1981 on the request of a star who had grown tired of all the attention he was getting and just wanted to live the quiet life of a street busker in Jamaica, earning enough food for reggae tapes in his Walkman and his cannabis. The Jamaican government agreed to go along with the Marley's plan on the understanding that they would receive royalties from his most successful album, Exodus. And it goes on to talk a little bit more about it. But I first saw this and I'm like, this is such a load of bullshit. And then I found it somewhere else and I found it somewhere else. And my conclusion is, I think it is a bunch of bullshit.
Could that be a relative? I mean,
But there's like 1% that it says, I don't know, it could be. But, they supposedly found Elvis's body too a while back. Same kind of circumstances. Snopes and a couple of people say, oh, no, it's totally fake. But
and I'm trying to think who else too. There's another one. Not Tupac. There's another one.
Yeah. But why I read this article, even though I think it's complete bullshit, is you just can't news is not news anymore. You can't tell what's real or fake. I mean, common sense kind of tells you what's real and fake in some situations, but like you find stuff all over the place that's just a total crock of crap, but yet, you know, you never know what to believe or what not to believe. That's why I always say I could walk out in my backyard right now and go, holy shit, there's a UFO landing in my backyard. I could take pictures of it, run in here and post them on the internet, and everybody would be like, you're full of crap. That's not real.
Yeah.
That's Photoshop.
I could have my ceiling open up right now. A beam of light come down. I'd be like, holy shit, guys. There's little men waving at me through the hole and show you. And they're going to, yeah, right. CGI.
Yep. So it's a sad day when, you know, that we've come to in our world where you just can't trust any news anymore.
Nope. You have to question everything. Like everything I read, I have to go find like 3 or 4 more articles from different types of sources on all ends. It's like I have to see what everybody's saying, you know, and then get like find the average in the middle and then figure, okay, well, truth is usually in the middle somewhere, and
Yep.
then base my, you know, thought on that.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
nothing can be taken at face value no more.
Yep. Exactly, Aller, because music is, it's like timeless, you know.
Yeah.
It's funny when the very first CD player I got, the thing was huge. It was like, it was as big as a suitcase, and it was gigantic. And the first CD that I ever bought was Bob Marley Legend.
Nice.
It was like, it was just, you know, it was like $28 way back in the day. And that was the first CD that I actually ever physically owned. It was Bob Marley Legend.
My very, very first CD was Nirvana. Because I already had all my cassettes. Me and my dad would collect them from like BMG and Columbia House Records. You know, we did all those deals. So I had like, I looked like a used record store in here, all the racks on my walls of just cassettes after cassettes. And then CD came out and I had to slowly start converting over. And so the
Yep.
first CD was Nirvana, Nevermind.
And yeah, this guy does look like Bob Marley, you know,
It
like,
does look
and
like him.
you know, but then there's how many people have seen those apps that, you know, Age Yourself app, you know,
Mm-hmm.
where you can put a picture in, and, you know, and I mean, you know, FBI, all that uses much more sophisticated systems, but they can, you know, like age a kid that disappeared when he was 5, and this is what he would look like now when he's,
But his lips aren't the same.
yeah.
The shape, like if you even just look at the shape of his lips, that's not the same mouth.
Yeah. Looks like he could be related.
They could be related. I mean, I would think maybe a relative. He had a
Yeah.
lot of relatives.
And Bob Marley did have, you know, a lot of relatives and a lot of kids, and
And a lot of kids who have kids, and I mean, I don't know how old he would be now.
but anyways, yeah, I saw this thing and I was like, really? But then, you know, like I say, the reason I read that story was, I don't think it's real, but thought it was interesting that, you know, it's just, again, proves a point that you just can't trust any kind of news. You can turn the news on and hear them saying something, and I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen, you know, what's it like when, you know, the media is like pushing something and they show like 30 different news channels and they're all reading the same
Buzzwords, the
Yeah.
same exact headline, the same exact buzzwords, the same exact reporting.
Yep. Like,
You've
really,
seen
man?
the montages, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's like, oh yeah, we don't have a problem here.
Yep. But who knows? Maybe it could be Bob.
Could be. You never know.
I mean, I've always wondered about Elvis. Did he really die? Like they say, sitting on the toilet, dropping a deuce, or did he just get fed up with everything? And he was into some weird stuff.
But if you were gonna go out, like, would you want that to be the story that you go with as far as how you went out? Like, I
Yeah,
don't know. You'd kind of want maybe something a little
died in your sleep or
kind of
something.
quick. I mean, that's Elvis. A little cooler than that. Like, trowel around your ankles.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a strange world we live in. Like I say, every day is something new. This one is another video that, talking about the coronavirus and all that stuff. Are the numbers going up? Are the numbers going down? This is from like a month or so ago, but I'll go ahead and play it anyways, since it is here in Florida. And anybody see the guy? This guy that was dressed up like the Grim Reaper. Don't tell me there's no sound on this one again. I tested this one. What the hell is going on? Okay, no sound on that one either. It's a night of epic failures. We're gonna skip that one.
So the dude walked around on the beach and was like warning people about the virus, dressed as the Grim Reaper.
Yep. Yeah, he was trying to raise awareness. He was a lawyer or something, supposedly. And he was just walking around on the beach dressed up like the Grim Reaper. And he's an avid beachgoer himself, but he wanted to, raise awareness like, hey, maybe there shouldn't be 100,000 people on the beach right now. So I don't know. The economy is opening back up. I mean, here it's still, the restaurants and bars still aren't like at 100% capacity. But is the virus, is there going to be a second wave? Who knows? Time will tell, certainly. But people can't stay locked away forever, that's for sure.
No.
The light bill keeps showing up, the water bill keeps showing up, rent, mortgage, car payments. People can't just stop working. And,
You see how fast everything came down after 3 months. I mean, all these clothing stores that, I really liked online, that gets like their fabrics from certain places, like the natural fabrics, all that. Within like 8 weeks of all this, they were already starting to go under. Now, I'm just seeing so many places just closed after that.
Yeah.
You can't go more. You can't. I mean, 3 months has ruined us.
Yeah. Lori, cases have gone up again, according to the news reports. But
No, those statistics, though.
according to the news, we just found Bob Marley too. So, yeah, again, I don't know what to believe. I know everybody has their own versions and their own dealings with the coronavirus and stuff. Me, myself, personally, I don't know anybody that has been sick with it. So, not saying it doesn't exist. Don't get me wrong. Don't throw me on the train tracks, especially naked, doing acid. But, just saying. I haven't.
do know people have gotten sick. I do know people have had children pass away. Not exactly from the virus, but because they already had, autoimmune diseases, and then the virus kind of made it worse.
Yeah.
And they had passed away. But I wouldn't believe any of these statistics coming out. I mean, 2 days after the riots, they're like, oh yeah, everything spiked up after the first. It's like, yeah, but I thought it was supposed to take 10 days of exposure before this shows up. This was just 2 days of them out there. And
And then depending on what side you're on, it sucks that there's sides now
Mm-hmm.
in the political thing. But you know, before it was like, don't go out, stay home, stay home, stay home. And then when all this, you know, protesting and thing started, it was like, go out, protest, you know, protest. And there's like thousands of people.
Oh, we're putting our lives on the line, you know, to get our word out.
And it's like, go out there, you know, be a part of it, you know. But now, like, depending on what side you're on, now they're giving Trump hell because he's going to do rallies, and they're like, it's not safe because of COVID. It's like, dude, you can't have it both ways. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work. It's just not possible. It's okay to be amongst thousands of people protesting, but you can't be amongst thousands of people at a Trump rally because it's dangerous. I love that thing. Several people have posted about, you know, what a sneaky virus it is. How it, you know, you can't touch your Amazon package for 2 days because COVID could be living on it, but yet you can go to the liquor store or the grocery store and buy stuff that people handle like all day long. I don't know, man. It really just makes me want to just like take my TV out in the yard and shoot it with a shotgun and just never watch it ever again. But then there's the internet. So I don't know what the answer is. I'm just totally confused. I just try not to get too sucked into it because I think they're all liars.
Yeah, I just pay attention to what's going on, what both, you know, what all sides are saying, and I check the headlines and just live my day to day.
I would actually rather have them find that Bob Marley really did fake his death. That would be cool. That would be newsworthy.
That would be exciting.
I would rather have him find him alive and not dead.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear what he would have to say in today's world. You know, but
yeah, because of his beliefs and everything, you know, when he was alive or, you know, playing, the things he talked about and everything, and then to see the way things are going now, like, what would his opinion be?
Exactly.
Because this isn't the world that he wanted for everybody.
Yeah, Don, I agree. I would rather have Bob alive.
I'd seen a post that I thought was Laura. It was something cool, and then I lost it. Well, that's something kind of cool. It's not. Hang on, it's going to take a second for my computer to load it. Into my messenger. Everything's being silly tonight.
Yeah, I was coming home from a concert one night and I stopped. You know, it's always these weird places that you're at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I went into a Waffle House and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was out here like off I-95 in the middle of nowhere, and I'm in there with my couple of my friends, and you know, we're doing the late night drunk Waffle House thing, and I see this big ass pink Cadillac come cruising up real slow, pulls up, and this guy gets out, walks in. He's wearing like kind of like this gold jacket, like the whole suit ensemble thing, and he has these big gold rimmed glasses, and I would put money on it this dude was Elvis Presley. And we were all just sitting there like eating our Waffle House greasy ass food, looking at this going, wow, are we in the Twilight Zone? Because that looks like Elvis Presley. He was like an older version, but man, the guy was a spitting image of him. And I was like, damn, if that dude's an impersonator, he's like Johnny on the spot with it. He's got it nailed. But I've always wondered, maybe it was Elvis. An awful house, exactly. Yeah, but when you got a buzz on at 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, that greasy, like chicken fried steak or whatever with some biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's always good. That or Crystal was the other spot. Don's never been in a Waffle. You haven't missed much, but you know, yeah, I should have asked him to sing. I'd have freaked out if he started singing and nailed it. Yeah, some Elvis impersonators are really good, and if this guy was an Elvis impersonator, he was really good. But he didn't. It was weird because he didn't seem like I mean, he did because he looked like Elvis, but he didn't seem like it was his job. It just seemed like it was his everyday. That's just the way this guy was. I don't know where he came from or where he went. 3 o'clock in the morning. Maybe I hallucinated the whole thing. I don't think so though.
If you want to throw up that picture of the CCTV, we have South Carolina police seek a couple. Of course, this is going to happen because I didn't get to use it from my damn phone. I had all my things written out, and because I can't read it off my phone. Accused of holding a Pizza Hut manager at gunpoint, stealing Pepsi. Policemen in Richland County, South Carolina, are asking for the public's help Wednesday to identify a man and a woman who were caught on video stealing a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi from a local Pizza Hut at gunpoint. The alleged robbery unfolded May 29 at a Pizza Hut in Columbia. The restaurant manager said the unidentified man and woman confronted him and claimed their delivery person did not include a bottle of soda with their pizza order. The man was accused of pulling a gun on the manager while the woman stole the 2-liter bottle from behind the counter, investigators said. The pair then took the soda and left. The Richmond County's Sheriff's Department posted stills of the 2 suspects from surveillance and put it on their Twitter account. So yeah, you don't want to forget the Pepsi.
No, it's all I wanted was a Pepsi. She wouldn't give it to me. What is? I mean, I get this picture. Okay, there's a guy. Here's the guy and the girl. Here's the girl leaning over the camera. What's the point of this picture?
Here's kind of another funny one. I forgot. I didn't send you a picture of it. The bourbon. Hang on 1 second. We are so organized tonight.
Yeah,
actually we are. It's just technology's not cooperating fully. And I can't get your email to come up in order to send this to you.
Yeah, there's no Waffle House in Alaska. Come on, man. People do get crazy over food.
Yeah, they do.
You know, I've ordered stuff before and they forgot my 2-liter, of Mountain Dew or something when I used to drink that. And I was pissed, but going back up to the Pizza Hut and robbing them, pulling a gun on them for a 2-liter never really crossed my mind. Not even remotely, not even an inch of it ever crossed my mind. Call them up and say, "Hey, dude, man, shafted me on the 2-liter," and they'd be like, "Oh, sorry, we'll catch you."
Well, one of the things that could be causing the people to go crazy, I have an actual spy pigeon I wanted to read, and I wanted to read this bourbon statue they're not opening, but something that could be causing people to go a little bit loopy, we talked about that we're in eclipse season right now, the next 6 weeks. We're also in Mercury shadow period. We've got several planets in retrograde right now. Mercury's about to hit us on the 21st. And now a rare Ring of Fire solar eclipse is occurring this weekend.
I'm hoping I get to see this because I got shafted on the full moon.
Since movie theaters and Broadway have been closed for some time, you catch the best show this year simply looking up at the sky. From supermoons to meteor showers, the night sky has been, well, stellar entertainment. This weekend, another incredible celestial event will hit an annular Ring of Fire solar eclipse. So what exactly is that? This type of solar eclipse occurs when a new moon is near its furthest point from Earth, called its apogee, forming a straight line with the Earth and the Sun, an event that occurs once a year. When the moon is at its apogee, it partially covers the Sun. Since the Sun's outer rim remains visible, though, the sunshine appearing around the moon creates a stunning ring of fire effect. This weekend's new moon will block 99.4% of that sun at maximum, almost forcing a total solar eclipse. On Sunday, June 21st, the annular solar eclipse will be visible in parts of Africa, Pakistan, India, and China, according to time and date. Skywatchers in this area will be able to see the Ring of Fire. In South and East Europe and North Australia, a partial eclipse will be visible. Keep in mind the sun can burn your retinas. So if you watch the eclipse in person, make sure to wear eye protection. If you want to watch it from home, they've got a link for the live stream. So I guess in North America here, we're not going to be seeing it. But I do have this time and date right here, which is really cool. I'm going to post it in comments. It will let you put in your locations and tell you exactly where it'll be at what time and best visibilities. I like to use this one a lot. So all of our friends that are all over the world here, maybe one of you, will be able to see it. And if you get pictures, I would love to see them. Please tag us in them.
But wait a minute. Isn't the world supposed to end Sunday?
I was trying to think why the 21st was standing up in my mind. You're right. Well, maybe that's the last shebang before it ends.
Cool. Let's hop a plane to Africa and we can go watch the Ring of Fire. And, sayonara.
And be raptured together.
Yeah. Yeah, the world's supposed to end Sunday.
Aren't we supposed to get raptured?
Raptured.
Like on Family Guy?
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm able to get my other one. But I had a cute one about an actual spy pigeon. Might have to save it till next week because we're already at 10 o'clock.
Speaking of spy pigeons, it's not a spy pigeon, but I watch all this drone stuff. I was watching a video the other day of it's called the something Black Hawk. It's like an army or military drone thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? It's literally like,
no, I heard of it.
It's like 6 or 7 inches long. It kind of resembles a helicopter in a way. And I saw the pack, and the controller. It's like a one-handed controller, little joystick thing. And it's this little tiny drone. This is one of my drones. It's pretty decent size. And this thing is like as big as just like one of the arms of that. It's almost completely silent, and it's used in army or military, basically they use it like to fly into a place, if they don't know what's up ahead of them, they can use this little tiny ass drone and buzz it up there, and it's pretty much undetectable. And they, can see in like 1080p, like what it's seeing. And then, there's like, you're talking about the spy pigeon. I don't know exactly what that is because I hadn't seen the article.
An actual spy pigeon, like a real pigeon.
Okay. Yeah.
They have those little you know what they were doing with like the dragonflies and stuff, like the little
Yeah.
insects
Yep.
and the ants, remember?
Yep. Weird stuff. Yeah.
Oh, with little cameras.
This tiny ass little drone. They said it cost $80,000. But it's pretty
So much better than sending a dog in or a person. Like, seriously, I am all for, you know, protecting our military and the dogs and everything that gets sent in to check these type of situations out.
yeah. I mean, the drone technology and the you know, the video and the pictures and stuff you can take with them is pretty amazing. I mean, like this drone that I have it's pretty mind blowing, the amount of technology that is inside this thing. But, you know, I use it to take pictures of the sunset and this and that, you know, whatever. I mean, I do weird stuff like flying around the graveyard and stuff, but
Nothing weird with that.
it just depends on, you know, it's like anything. It's like anything. It's how it's used, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like this little military drone. It's awesome technology, but in the wrong hands, it could be used, you know, in a bad way. And just like, you know, I've seen drones that have flamethrowers on them and guns and, you know, who knows? They have one drone, I forget the name of it, but it was basically designed to be able to be pulled out of a, you know, truck or a van or whatever. Like if somebody's been in a bad accident and their ass needs to go to the hospital right then and there, there's traffic, there's this and that, they, you know, life is happening. They can pull this drone out. It'll carry up to 550 pounds. And it was designed specifically to put a person, you know, in a thing and fly their ass to a hospital.
That's incredible. That's
awesome. What happens if something like that gets in the wrong hands, though? You know, it's like anything. I mean, it can be used for good or it can be used for not so good.
I've got a pen here. The intended purpose of this pen is to write letters. However, in the wrong hands, this pen becomes a weapon, and I could take you down 5 different which ways.
Yep.
And cause you to stop breathing.
Yep. One jab in the neck in the right place, and you're done.
Mm-hmm. Between the shoulder blades. But it all comes down to whose hands it's in.
I haven't been catching up with the comments, but I just see Laura's comment that just says big black dildos. I don't know what that refers to, but it cracked me up.
Big black dildos. See, I'm slow on mine. My computer isn't catching up. I didn't even see the dildos.
I say big black dildos, and then I see Whoopi's comments. Been there, done that. I'm not going to ask questions, bro. I don't know.
The twin serial killers. Which one, Ulrich?
Maybe I've been there.
Are you talking about those the boys? Oh, trippy. You see what Ulrich said about the drone?
Oh, about getting the EVP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, like when I've had a drone for a while. I had this little crappy one for the last couple of years, and I figured I'm going to get a crappy one and learn to fly it. Thing's a pain in the ass to fly. And but I got it going again, and you know, kind of learned to fly it pretty decent. I figured I'll get a crappy one, and that way, in case I, you know, fly it into a wall and destroy it, I'm not going to be like screwing up a nice expensive one. And the nice expensive ones are way easier to fly. But yeah, when I first started getting into it, you know, I kind of just wanted, I like flying stuff. So that was part of it. And then I realized the photography and stuff. But then when I got it, I was like, you know, my paranormal brain was like, what can I use this for in the paranormal world? You know, like, you know, going wherever, to the lighthouse, to here, to there, mean, I should be able to get some pretty cool, different perspectives of haunted locations. So that's
Yeah.
kind of where my weirdo brain goes with a drone. Of course, a couple of my friends are like, fly it over my house. I'm going to shoot the damn thing out of the sky. Okay. Well, technically, by the law, that's like the same as shooting an airplane out of the sky. Your ass is going to be in a lot of trouble. I just got my book. I ordered a book to study for my commercial license for drone flying, to be a commercial drone pilot. That thing's like 500 pages thick. Man, I got a lot of work to do. It's basically the same thing as getting a pilot's license.
Oh, dude put a dildo on a drone and was like flying it around, attacking people with it.
Oh my god.
Is that sexual harassment?
Mm.
That's funny. Well, should we go to a quick break and then fire up the ghost box?
Yes, we should.
'Cause
And yet, I can teach you how to fly a drone. I guarantee you could fly it. These things are like, the ones I have now are stupidly easy to fly. If I can fly it, not crash it, then anybody can. Flying dildos. Seen it all. No, I haven't seen it all. I say I've seen it all, and then tomorrow it's a whole nother day. So yeah, we're going to go to a little quick commercial break, and I'm going to go grab my other energy drink because I'm not amped up enough as it is. So we'll be back in just a moment.
This is Jason Bland, host of Midwest Paranormal Presents Paranormal Soup, where we stream live as a webcast every Sunday night, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern, with guests who will blow your mind. Live ghost box sessions where you can call into the show to see if the spirits will talk to you, and the world wide web of weird with the latest in paranormal news and evidence. We're bringing the weird every Sunday night, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow and subscribe.
Do you like rock and roll? Do you enjoy a good story? Wish You Were Here, A Rock Fantasy, is a book inspired by Badfinger. It will not only entertain you, but intrigue you. What's it about? While Thomas is searching for his bandmate and friend in heaven, he meets an old friend and famous new ones in his afterlife voyage. Reader's favorite hails Wish You Were Here, A Rock Fantasy as a whimsical, speculative novel by author Joyce Isaacson. Midwest Book Review said, Wish You Were Here, A Rock Fantasy is a book inspired by Badfinger. It's a quirky story by Joyce S. Isaacson. It is a unique, original, and deftly crafted metaphysical novel that showcases the author's genuine flair for character and narrative-driven entertainment that is simply riveting from first page to last. Now available on pennantpublication.com. Also available on Amazon in paperback and hardcover. Also on Kindle Unlimited. So check it out now. Wish You Were Here, A Rock Fantasy.
The night is alive. Join us and take a walk on the weird side when you tune in to The Kingdom of Nye, hosted by Heather Wade, the finest in late night talk. Listen live free weeknights starting at 9 p.m. Pacific time at thekingdomofnye.com, talkstreamlive.com, and the Paranormal Radio app. Wanna take a ride?
Yeah. Want to take a ride? I just realized I left Fly Dildo Fly up during the whole commercial break. Hey, What can I say? He left a drone and a GoPro camera. Sweet. Yeah, depending on what kind of drone it is, I guarantee you, we could have you flying in no time. Yeah, I got a buddy that flies, uses the headset, you know, the goggles and everything to fly with, and it's pretty amazing. Haven't got into that yet. That's a whole nother level. But I'll get there.
I'm gonna switch into my headphones so I can hear the box for this part.
Cool, Debbie. Send me a picture of it maybe or something if you get a chance. Like not right now, but you know, whenever. I know the problem. Man. There we go. I was going to say, are we going to continue to have technical issues? Can I actually turn the ghost box on for it to work? It sounds better when it's on. Wow. That spirit has indigestion. Don says, you both look beautiful tonight. And then I hear something about beautiful coming out of the ghost box. They must be talking about Jamie. I know it's not me.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, I can hear you through here.
Are there some spirits here this evening that want to talk to us? Animals?
Problems. Eat.
Eat. I am. Eat frosting.
Fact.
You talking about me?
You know, you're still going to eat fat if I'm like eating frosting.
Yeah, Marie, I'm going to go out and try to do some videos now that I have a decent camera, a decent mic. I got a drone. I got all kinds of cool new gadgets. I can start doing some decent videos again. I had to stop because my last camera I was using was rapidly taking a dump. Everything I had was breaking down. But I got new stuff now.
No.
Window on the light. Nice. Next, you feel just was one least, but not. What? Head or quietly in your Nick. Sad. Tell it.
Who's wearing a phone?
Mom.
I'm not wearing a phone.
Thought I heard mom after that.
Mom's wearing a phone.
The thong song.
I hope it's not my mom. That'd be
Surely is not necessary.
something I don't want to see.
Treatment. Met your needs are day I'm what?
Yeah, I do love St. Augustine too.
Special.
That's why I've lived here my whole life.
This guy. Green. Now I'm nature.
And I will mention this.
These are
I told Jamie last Sunday during the Paranormal Soup show, I was sitting here, just, watching the show, partaking in the show. And over here to the left of me, I have a couple of cases, and there was a cardboard box over here, pretty good sized cardboard box. It's like the size of a pillow. And during that show last Sunday, it was sitting like over kind of back, not all the way back there to the window, but kind of there's a closet over there. It was sitting on the floor there. And during last week's Paranormal Soup show, somehow this cardboard box flew across my room. There's a ceiling fan going. That's not enough to move a cardboard box. It was physically like chucked across my room. Kind of freaked me out. I was texting Jamie going, this just happened and it's kind of freaking me out. Thought I would mention that. Still have the box sitting over here. Just in case they want to throw it again.
I pictured like a pizza box frisbeeing by.
No, let me grab this box. I'll show you how big it is. I mean, it's not huge, but. This is the box that flew like that. Like
That's a pretty good sized box.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, it didn't just fall over. It like physically went across the room. No idea why or how, but something was trying to get my attention.
Ask them.
Yeah. What was with the flying box last Sunday night? Is there anybody here that knows about the box or that threw the box last Sunday?
Perfect.
Who threw the box last week?
Nice. Which was John.
3, 4, Mom. I'm so alive.
I don't know. I didn't hear any message in there. Maybe somebody in the chat room did.
Special.
I'll ask one more time.
Did you say soup?
Yeah. Does anybody know who threw the box?
No.
Does anybody want to admit to throwing the box?
I could use the practice.
Could use the practice.
You want to do the final thing.
Yes.
G7, 14.
The
Don't know of a Murray that I can think of, Lori. Admiral Soup.
Arrows to read.
To the man.
Energy.
Yeah.
black.
For giving me.
Yeah, I don't mind that you threw the box. I'd just like to know why you threw the box. Maybe you didn't throw it. Maybe you kicked it.
So,
I don't know. Exactly.
See, you're,
That's exactly what I was thinking about. Don was in that movie, in the movie Ghost, where he's like trying to kick the can, trying to move stuff. Needs practice.
sound like he was just all, is he your type?
Give you that. I'm going.
Oh, my computer's just doing all sorts of stuff by itself
Right.
right now.
Your computer's been doing that quite a bit.
to read. Sensation.
Phone typing weird things.
It's just changing pages.
Nope.
Sword of 5.
All right, who are we talking to? Who are we talking to tonight?
You can look in the mirror.
Fine. Animal.
I don't know what's up with that.
Seems to be a recurring word.
Fire.
Yeah,
Enough to
I've heard wolf twice now.
water to earth.
I don't know if they're talking about Wolfie or a wolf. Do you have a message for Wolfie?
It's just animal.
Again.
Do some
An animal wolf?
I did just post a picture yesterday of my friend's wolf.
what?
You did.
So
Yep.
water, chi, earth, and water.
I did.
Exactly. Hungry like the wolf.
Whenever I hear that song, it makes me think of the Lifetime movie.
Nice and so calm.
About the mom that drove her kids off, into the water. I can't think of her name right now.
Yeah.
And they played that song in the car as she was getting ready to do it.
Yep.
I'm going. What? Fine. What?
Yes.
It's here to provide.
Help.
Do things like the eclipses affect your ability to communicate with us?
Still have enough.
What?
Do they hurt? Vibrate? Do they hurt or help?
9. Your ear tingle by sewing. So. Und sie beyond. Accept. And time spends. Pentacle.
Since the veil is so thin right now, we should try the Zener card game tonight.
Yeah.
Would you guys be up for that in chat? Play some Zener game?
Darnell.
My
Better.
compromise. Don't
Yes.
Hey, your turn. I feel I want you to
Watching.
I want you to feel I want some do some yes, a priestess behind.
Would anybody like to call in and ask the spirit some questions?
Like this, when are you gonna hang out with Sir?
Just
And then I'm just gonna turn
get home with
Ludico for bed. No, not right. It went like a gust of moonlight as you went into inside you, fire.
Flickering.
So I'm just gonna
Kind of like my candle in the back there. It's flickering.
so that I don't.
special.
Tonight.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Tremendous.
Wake up. Give you awake.
Can the spirits see my candle that's flickering in the background back there?
Give you awake.
To sleep. Is
Giving me the forgiveness.
That way of it. It's easy practice.
Good night. Thank you.
Trust me. So,
Can the spirits, can you tell us where you're at right now?
Guy. Try. Take her time. More up. Fun.
See you Sunday, Zach. Have a good one, buddy.
But not least. Not complete. Go through you. Necessarily is not necessary. No, I think. That's heating up. And while hey, that side. Gosh, these. And two is just.
Well, I guess my camera decided to freak out.
See a mirror? You want to
Oh, look in your mirror right now in the dark.
It's just about to.
You have your Zenner cards already?
Yep.
Hello.
Hi, Rob. Hi, Jamie.
How's it
Ariana.
going? What's up, Ariana? How's it going?
Hey, hey.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I had a question. I keep hearing things related to either magic or a spell from one of the voices. And I was wondering, it's possible to do that on the other side?
To do what?
Magic or spells. Because I was trying to, it sounded, the words that were coming through, it was almost a complete sentence, and I could have, and I related it to like something that a person might be doing for a spell for something or magic.
You know, I don't see why not. And I think if you had that knowledge before, that it's quite possible.
Yeah.
I know I would be doing it from the other side.
Yeah. And the German and Italian is coming through. I haven't heard French yet, but I've been hearing that. But that female voice, woman's voice, whatever, that seems to be right after the strong male.
Yeah, I would, I don't know a definite answer, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would think, they could obviously try.
We could ask them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just wondering.
You're intelligent as
Yeah. I was just trying to figure that out because I was like, wow, that sounds like something that someone could be doing, you know? And I heard pentacle a couple of times.
Yeah.
Big gust of wind. Like,
Spirits, can you do
No.
magic or spells or anything from where you're at, from the other side? Is it possible to do magic or spells?
I have like keep them. Some of your get rid of.
Let's see if maybe they can guess. Let's see if when the call finishes, if the spirits can guess the card that I've got held up.
Yeah.
Here's that. Oh, there you
Okay.
go.
But yeah, it took me a while, so I guess I'm just trying to connect with it. Also my the app I downloaded, that Sentia,
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
that's been going off like early in the morning, and I'm not even on. You know, someone says either hello or something goes on. You know, goes on by itself. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
Wow.
Like the whole device goes on and then it plays, or the device will be turned on and the app will start playing.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, that's it.
I've had that happen a
And
couple
that's-
of times with the Elysian that I have. Like my laptop will be sitting here, like right now it's closed and it's shut down, and there's been a couple of times where it's just started playing by itself, like not touched it in like 2 days, and it'll just pop up and start playing. I'm like, where's that noise coming from? Holy crap, it's the Ghost Box.
Yeah, that's just kind of scary.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of, yeah, it's like, really? Wow. How did that happen?
I wouldn't be scared. I would just see it as they know that you're willing to communicate and you have the capability to communicate. And so they're probably wanting to talk to you right then.
Yeah.
And that's when I lay my guidelines. Like they know when I sit down here and I ring my bell and I light my candle, that they know, okay, she's ready to talk. You know, otherwise throughout the day when I'm doing stuff, don't turn it on, don't do this, because I'm not going to do it right now. So I set, you know, the guidelines about when I'm open for communication. But I wouldn't be scared. I would just see it as, I mean, though it is unsettling, that they probably just wanted to tell you something, or they had something they wanted to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, it just you know, I haven't put it on and I haven't tried to use it, and then it goes on and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know. You know.
You're like,
Do you ever look at the time when things like that happen? Do you happen to look at the time just to see what the numbers are or anything?
It's usually 3:33
Okay.
or something like 4:40, 4:44. It's usually something like that.
Right on. Then definitely, especially 4:44, your angels probably have a message they wanted to get to you. And when that would happen, that'd be the time I'd want to pull out my cards.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah,
do a quick reading
I've
for
been thinking
yourself.
Yeah. I've been thinking about getting the Moonology cards that you have. So, because I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any oracle deck, so that
Yeah.
when you feel that, you can just pull your card, and sometimes you'll get a better message, basically whatever they try to say to you or want to try to get through you through the ghost box, they can get their message to you. So if you're paying attention to things like the numbers, what the numbers mean, and then what your card is, and you put it all together, you'll normally be able to get a lot of sense made out of that.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind.
It's kind of a roadmap that I use, like, for my own life.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't used I have enough spirits here, so I just figured that, yeah, that's true. Maybe someone else is trying to come through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just got to be aware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for taking my call.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for calling.
Thank you for calling.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, let's try to do a quick validation with spirits. So, Rob, if you want to tell the spirits on your side that I'm going to hold a card up that's going to show up on, not this one, but it's going to show up on your computer. If they can read the shape that they see on your computer here in a moment.
Okay. Yeah. And anybody that's not familiar with the Zenner card, like when we start to do them, there's 5 different cards, and each of the symbols, this one is, wow, it's dark. It's squiggly lines. There's a square. There's a circle. There's a plus sign. And there's a star. And everybody always guesses triangle. There is no triangle.
I think when they see triangle, they're actually seeing the star.
Yeah. So those are the different ones. So yeah, we'll see if the spirits can tell us what card.
Okay, spirits. And they don't have to say the color. I've got the ones that are also color coded. Just the shape or the color if they want to tell us the color. It said blue and then teal. Do you know what card I'm holding up?
Say Zenner.
It did sound like that. I don't know if it was like Zirkle, Zenner.
What card is Jamie holding up right now?
The very last. Son, you are leaving.
Looks like a sun.
Feeling.
What shape is this? Okay, I'm gonna try one more.
Okay, spirits. Jamie's gonna hold another card up, and one of you try and tell us what it is.
You can say the color and or the shape.
Which constantly.
Wah, wah, wah.
Inside right here. It's this.
All right, so you want to do a round between us real quick and then do the group or do the group?
However you want to do it.
To my playing.
If you want to just do a round between us, and then we'll do the group.
All right. Okay, Rob, and you have to. I've got one picked. That you don't have to say the color, just the shape.
Circle?
Yep.
Really? Ah. All right.
Are you pulling for me or did I pull for you again?
Oh, I'm holding one up for you.
Oh. I lost my concentration and I have to see your eyes. Square.
Holy shit. It is a square.
Okay, I've got yours.
Star.
Nope.
Oh. Maybe those points on the place have me confused.
Star.
Nope.
I wanted to say that first.
I know. I do that sometimes. I'm like, I think one thing and I say the other thing, and it's usually wrong.
I want to say squiggle, but then your eyes said star.
Square.
Yep.
Wow. I usually suck at these. It's that connection.
Circle. Oh, star. Square. Okay, one more.
Squiggles. Well, I got two. I'm happy with two.
Yeah, that was cool. All right. So you want to run it for the group?
Sure.
When you had said one of the cards a second ago, I thought I heard the box say a shape name. I don't think it was the same shape, but I think they said like a shape name right then.
I want to say I kind of heard something like that too. It's real low in the background right now.
It was like a female.
Turn it up a little bit. Maybe they can give people in the chat some hints. If the spirits want to play along with us with the Zinner cards, you're welcome to.
And the thing is, when I'm looking at you, it looks like you're looking down, and I have to actually look in your eye. I have to see like in your eyes. I'm not able to see in your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, my camera's like up here.
Yeah. And then the name tag right there. But I sit there and I'm just like saying it over and over into your brain. And I'm holding it. I'm like, square, 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 square.
Okay, this is for everybody in the chat room. And we'll try to keep track of who says what and who's right. Here we go. Wait a second. Let me get a little bit more light here. So you can at least see the card. That would have probably helped Jamie too. I've seen a right answer, and I'm not exactly sure if it was an answer, but I know one person has, I think, said the answer. At least one. Okay. I think two people have swore I got it. Lori said cross, and she said she thought she saw that on my forehead or something. And
Yeah.
Rose said red. Lori said circle. Okay. Well, Rose has got it with red at least.
Oh, you got the color ones too?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Okay. That was the first one.
Very cool. And no, Lori, that's not weird that you had seen it on his head.
At least you didn't see horns on my head or something weird. I'd rather have a cross on my head than horns. Yeah. Okay. Here's the second card. I'll put it on my forehead.
Where's the weird?
And like we said, don't second guess yourself. If you said an answer, you might want to stick with it. It's the first answer that I saw for this card. Let me get back. Laura said, I think it's wavy lines, but I'm getting the color yellow from his eyes. Okay, it's not yellow, but Laura, it was wavy lines. So yeah, don't second guess. If something comes into you, like when I held the card up, you answered right away. So yeah, don't second guess that intuition. I do it. I mean, I say that I do it all the time, and I'm like, damn it, I should have stuck with the first answer.
I just second guessed my last two. I was going to say wavy lines, and then I said square. Wait, what did I say?
Yeah,
You guys
this
said square.
The wavy lines are actually like kind of like a dark blue, navy blue.
Yeah,
Is that what yours are?
I did say blue though.
Yeah.
And I know that the square is black. That's why when I'm like, why did I say blue? I know the square is black, and I almost changed it.
Okay, here goes the next card.
Can you move? Please can. Too busy. All right.
I haven't seen the answer for this one yet, unless I missed it.
Gonna have a, I'm just
Well, Debbie saw a circle, but now she's seeing a star. She's all over the place. Well, sometimes I say don't second guess yourself, but sometimes maybe you should second guess yourself. I don't know. I'm confused now. It is a star.
Looks like we got time for one more.
Okay, here goes the next card.
not enough.
See if the spirits can give us some clues.
There's no triangles, Joyce, but think of one of them that might have triangles in the shape.
No. I'm sorry.
I think people get to see triangle when they're actually seeing the other shape.
Well, Debbie says she sucks at Zenner cards, but she got the last one right, and she got this one right too, and so did Laura. Wavy lines.
Woohoo!
Maybe you don't suck as bad at Zenner cards as you think, Debbie.
Yeah. You guys rock.
Team's gonna.
I thought I just heard him say suck.
Well, cool. Yeah, maybe we'll do some more of these next week too. It's good, you know, whether you think you suck at them or not. I mean, I do sometimes. Sometimes I get them good. Sometimes I'm like way off the scale. But, you know, it's good to practice. So that's what it's all about. Hone those psychic skills, maybe.
I think the box was throwing me off a little bit, like breaking the concentration.
Yeah. I didn't know if that was good or bad.
I was looking at a few things a few minutes ago, and I'm looking up some more games and things that we can do for like psychic development. So hopefully, you know, every other show or something, you know, we could do our card readings, and then the next show, some sort of psychic development game.
Yeah.
Just to keep us tuned in and
Yeah, it all helps.
just for fun.
And I don't know. There's another thing that I've been wanting to do. It's kind of copying somebody because they've already done it.
Oh, that's okay though.
Yeah, but I think it would be fun. I don't know if anybody has seen Jim Harold's podcast. Well, not podcast, but video cast, whatever, vlog. I don't know what to call it nowadays. Webcast thing that he does. But he's been doing. I've seen a couple episodes of it, watched it, and it's pretty fun. He's doing like it's kind of almost like Jeopardy, or in a way.
Paranormal Jeopardy.
Yeah, he's, you know, it's like, I'll take UFOs for 200, whatever. I've been trying to get some software to work, you know, get lined up for that. So if anybody's interested in something like that, let us know, you know, if you think it's a cool idea, and maybe we can do that.
And we'll try to bring up an example to show you guys. Maybe we can.
Yeah, he's done several episodes of it now, and I'd kind of like to do it. Yeah, it's kind of copying Jim, but it's cool. I think it'd be fun to play,
And I don't think he would mind because he's all for, that type of thing. And he's an awesome person.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a cool thing. And at the same time, you come up with these questions, different categories, paranormal, UFOs, murder mysteries, whatever. And it kind of makes your brain kind of do some thinking. And some people are really good at answering stuff. I watched the first episode and I was like kind of surprised to myself how well I was doing. But then, he'll ask a question and the answer, but you're having that brain fart thing and it won't click. And especially if you're actually in the game. So that would involve, like 3 people coming on the show with us and participating in the game. So if anybody's into that, let me know and we'll see if we can figure out how to do it. At least a rudimentary version of it.
Sounds like fun to me.
Cool. And yeah, if y'all have any other ideas of weird games or whatever that you'd like to think, play, whatever, shoot them our way and we'll try to make
it. We can incorporate into this. Because it's for all of you guys, so we all can have fun together. So if there's things we don't think of, don't be shy. We'd love the feedback and love to hear ideas and suggestions and try them out.
Yeah.
We're willing to try just about anything.
Just about anything.
Just about.
Just about. Yeah. Without you guys, you guys are what makes the show. So we want you to be part of it. So saying that, it's a little after 2 a.m. my time. So we're going to cut out of here. Y'all have a great week. Stay safe out there in the freaking bizarre ass world that we're living in nowadays. Hopefully things aren't going too crazy wherever you guys are living. And Wolfie says Big Black Dildo game would be fun. So, hey, we can throw that in too if you want. I don't know the rules to that one yet. I'm sure we can make them up as we go, though. So y'all have a great week ahead, and we'll see you Sunday night on Paranormal Soup. Until then, stay weird, have fun, be safe, and all that good jazz. Bye-bye.